This is the handheld gamer Bill Brown, and I want to welcome you to another exciting episode. Today we're going to be looking at 3 hostile alien games where you have to go out and kick a little alien butt. So sit back and I hope you enjoy the episode. Now the first game on our list is Aliens 3 on the Super Nintendo. It came out in July of 1993, developed and produced by Acclaim Entertainment. Now the game won a few awards from GameStop and a few others for its fantastic music score, the sounds, and the gameplay itself. The game is very good, still holds up today, I believe. Very tough game. You play as Ellen Ripley. It's a side-scrolling shooter, and you're making your way through the prisons, just like you do in the movies, trying to survive, collecting weapons, and rescuing hostages that are about to be eaten by the aliens. The game is very tough. It also came out on the Sega Genesis, the Amiga, other home computers. Also even got Nintendo NES, Master System. So there was quite a few different games out there. But it's very well done. I really like it. I've never beaten the game. I've tried. It's just I end up becoming alien food by the middle levels because it gets so tough. You really got to watch out because the aliens do, like I said, they drop out from the roof. They just jump out at you, lunge everywhere. So it's a really tough game. And there's tons of different types of aliens, and they're everywhere. And let me make my way over here to my right, trying to survive. And you do get power-ups and different weapons. There's a flamethrower. There's rocket launchers, grenades. There's quite a few different weapons in this game. I prefer a flamethrower. This is just trying to flame them up. I want to barbecue the aliens. And like I said, there's ladders, there's elevators. There's places where you have to like monkey bar across. So it's a pretty tough, challenging game. And the aliens, like I said, they don't just come at you like left or right, but they jump at you, drop on you. They're everywhere. So you just got a tough survival, trying to survive this game. Now here you go. See, I'm doing the old monkey bar climb across to get to the different platforms. And gotta drop down on that. Now I'm gonna skip over to here. As you can see, this is a different area of the tunnel. I didn't make it that far into this gameplay because it's such a tough game. And aliens are everywhere, and I think I have it set on Novus, so I have it set on the easiest level, and I'm still having a really tough time. And I'm dead. So that is a pretty cool picture, though. Anyways, that is it for this first game of Hostile Alien Games.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Destroy every egg-laying, chest-bursting, acid-spitting alien on the planet, or this nightmare will never end. Alien 3 on Super NES from LJN.
And now on to the next video game. Okay, so here is the second game, Xenophobe for the Atari 7800. Now let's get this out of the way. This is probably one of the worst versions of the game. Not the worst, but definitely not as good as the arcade, of course, or the Nintendo NES version. The reason why I picked it is because even though it is worse on sound, especially sound, compared to the Nintendo NES version, the gameplay is actually pretty solid, even though it doesn't have a dedicated jump button, which is kind of annoying. So if you push up, you're jumping. So that part is annoying. And the first time I seen this was in the arcades back in the day. And then later on, I think I did see the Nintendo NES first. That, like I said, that version is better than this. The Atari 7800 one is a little clunky overall, but the gameplay is still pretty solid. And it's a lot easier, I find, than the Atari, or than the Nintendo NES version. But like I said, the jump button, there's no dedicated jump button. So when you push up on the controller, you jump. So that is a little annoying. But overall, a pretty solid game still. And I wanted just to show off the Atari 7800 something on it, so I picked this one. And overall, still a fun game. You just gotta turn down the sound because the music is really ear-screeching bad. It's not good music. The box art's really cool though. If you ever see the box art on the Atari 7800, the box art's pretty cool. It's just too bad the game didn't match up with the box art. But overall, still, like I said, it's a fun game. You go around trying to detonate the ships, working your way room through room, fighting off different aliens, getting different items, using them to get points at the end, powering up your weapon. Fun game overall. I really like it. And the Atari 7800, the graphics, I can say they aren't bad. As you see, I pushed up by accident and jumped. Did it again. It's a common thing to do by accident with the controller, is to push up and automatically jump. But still a solid port. Overall, I mean, gameplay wise, just got to turn it down. The sound, the music and everything is really terrible. But I still like the game. I didn't really play it back in the day. I thought it was a little strange. But I just went back, captured this footage, and actually I had fun. It's not bad. The interesting part is the part about it's kind of like exploring room by room and trying to destroy these aliens and get off the ship and beam to the next. Detonate the ship and get to the next ship. So it's overall an interesting game and a lot of fun. As you see, you collect these items here that will power up or give you your score. So interesting game, and definitely worth checking out. Check out the Nintendo NES version. Okay, on to the next game. Okay, so here is the third and final game, Defender 2 on the Nintendo NES. Now, back in the day, I did have Atari 2600. That was one of my first systems ever. Well, actually, my first system ever was a Pong machine from Sears, but Atari 2600 was number 2. And I did have Defender, the original one. I was okay at it. I didn't really love the game or anything. Defender 2 is better. I like it. Still, like, not my favorite all type games. It's not because it's a terrible game. It's just it's not my thing as much. But it's an interesting game, and you definitely whoop some aliens in the game. You go around trying to save the engineers on the planet, and the aliens are trying to steal them. And you have to be careful, shoot the aliens and not the engineers below them. And then you have to run over there and pick up the engineer and land him safely back onto the planet. And then you get points at the end if you clear all the aliens for how many engineers are left. So interesting game, a lot of fun. And you have 3 smart bombs, and smart bombs basically destroy everything on the screen. The thing that makes this game iconic is the sounds, I think, personally. And I guess the graphics. There's an engineer, so I got him. So there you see I got 3 engineers. Yeah, the sounds definitely make it. If you ever go to an arcade, especially like I did back in the day all the time, one game you definitely heard all the time is Defender, Berserk. There was quite there's these iconic games, you'd hear the sounds in the background. Robotron, and Defender was definitely one of them. And Defender 2 plays really nice on the Nintendo NES. I really like what they did with it. The controls feel solid, the game feels solid. Fun game. I actually can say I actually like this version. The original one, Atari 2600, it was okay, so. I was more into Berserk and those types of games. Pitfall. But this one, actually, yeah, it's fun. It's not like you're going to be playing it for hours and hours, but, maybe a half hour at the most. Get a little time in and blowing up aliens, shooting them down. It's fun. It's a challenging game. Especially when those really fast ships start coming out. I had to waste a couple of smart bombs before it destroyed me like that and really just teleport in and blow me up. Definitely fun game. And let's go back one more time. I'm not sure what the different modes are. 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. I didn't mess with those too much. And I believe those are stargates. I didn't go through them. Those basically take you to another warp zone. So anyways, yeah, definitely Worth checking out. It's just the Nintendo NES version. Fantastic version. Been ported to many systems, home computers at the time. So definitely worth checking out. Anyways, that is it.
Hi, Nintendo fans. Reggie here. By now, you may have heard the news. Yep, I'm retiring. I wanted to reach out directly to you, the Nintendo community, because there's one thing I really want to say. Thank you. Thank you for your never-ending support and for your passionate love of Nintendo. And personally, for giving me a Mushroom Kingdom full of incredible memories that I will never forget. Ever. From the first time I saw the nickname Reginator, I realized that Nintendo fans share a unique sense of community, a bond that goes beyond just the love of video games. For these past 15 years, I've been honored to be included as part of your family. Just as you understand that Nintendo always tries to put smiles on faces, well, let me tell you, you put thousands of smiles on mine. As I head off in a couple of months to spend more time with my wife, my family, and my friends, I'm handing over the controller to Doug Bowser. In April, Doug will become the new president of Nintendo of America. Doug is a passionate and powerful leader, and a guy who in his youth probably spent too much time in front of a Donkey Kong arcade machine. Inside Nintendo, people already know him as a driving force, and you'll come to see that too. And I ask you, with a name like Bowser, who better to hold the keys to the Nintendo castle? Doug has a strong relationship with Mr. Furukawa and all the teams at NCL and NOE. So I know that together, our teams will continue to surprise and delight. You know me as a gamer, so you can probably understand how incredible it's been to work at Nintendo, one of the signature experiences of my life. I leave in good health and good spirits, and believe me, my body is still ready. In April, I'll be dropping the title that's meant so much to me, President of Nintendo of America, but I'll retain one that means even more, Nintendo fan. From the bottom of my heart, thanks again for everything. You are the best.
I must say I'm truly gonna miss Reggie as president of Nintendo of America. He was a fantastic president for the 15 years we had, and now we are on with Mr. Bowser. Anyways, that is it for this episode. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, have a good one. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, my friend.
Ha 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 ha!